CITRINE! Oh my god, guys, he's finally in game. You have no idea how excited I am. So yes, the new Easter event has now begun in DML, and along with this, the Breeding Blitz event has of course started at the same time, which houses the wonderful, beautiful CITRINE Dragon. But to get him, we first need to get the Stump Dragon and then breed him with the Melon in order to have a chance of getting CITRINE, which means that we need to take on the Easter Adventure Castle event. So this is of course going to be very similar to the past Easter Castle events, but on level 6 he is the level 6 reward. So, spring is springing and the sprouts are sprouting. With that hint of warm weather on the breeze, it's the perfect time to scout for ingredients. You are indeed correct, Hogwin. Ingredients for what, Dad? I've been brushing up on my baking skills, you know. As much as I'd love one of your sweet root scones, I'm taking potions. Talking, not taking. Talking potions, my boy. Mirage Woods must be bursting with ingredients this time of year. Oh, if we're taking a trip to the woods, can I come along? I've always been curious about potion crafting. So, this is the castle event, and just like with dragon board events and Dragon's Delight, we've got 6 quests that we have to do which give us points, but the main part of castle events is progressing through these levels, and we will take a look at the DML wiki in a second, which is really useful during these events. But if we enter level 1 here, I smell that cornucopia of wondrous scents. I smell dirt? Yeah, it must be really good dirt. Potion dirt, right? No, open your minds and your nostrils. There's the aroma of sweet thistle in the air, and perhaps the rabbits will lead us to it if we keep an eye out. I guess, Hogwin, I guess it's possible. And then we go on to this map here where you'll see that we've got 2 different paths that we can go on. We've got a boss dragon to defeat, and we can see the little baby Stump Dragon, who is actually super cute. So each of these tiles, for anyone brand new to these events, does have a cost, and you can see the amount of currency that you've got in the top right. You spend that to progress through the event. So let's take on this boss first. Look out everyone, there's a dragon that seems interested in our foraging. To be expected of a herbalist dragon, but who's that cowering behind it? Not my son, surely. No, geez, it's Olaf. Ugh, I should have known I'd run into you disruptive lunkheads during prime foraging season. Luckily, my friend and I can take you on. So then we of course have to take on this herbalist dragon using the Stump Dragon. So we get to try out Stump before we actually unlock him. He's quite a cute dragon, I'll give him that. Is he as good as CITRINE? No. I know that people on Facebook have been saying otherwise, but you're wrong. Dragon spit, you might have bested me, but I've already got a handful of sweet thistle, and now I'll be on my way. Thank you very much. Did you hear that? Olaf already found our first ingredient, with a dragon's help. Whatever he's planning, I don't like it. I don't either. The thought of a Viking concocting such an advanced potion as mine certainly doesn't set me at ease. Well, if anyone can stop his schemes, it's us. Let's go track him down. So, there will be little bouts of story as we go through this, and this takes us to the first introduction to pathing in castle events, although it gets a lot more complicated later on. You'll see that we've got 2 paths to take, and the one on the left, the first tile is more expensive, and on the right we've also got 2 battles that we can take on. So the cheapest route for us to try first is this right hand side, and then we can go through the battles because you can use any element on the first few levels. It's only later on that it starts to get a little bit dicier. But luckily for me, I have every available element in the game now, so we've got nothing to worry about. So all of these fights should be easy peasy anyway. But the further on you go, the more limiting the element restrictions are going to be. So if you don't have a lot of dragons at the same level, or a lot of elements on your team, you might have a struggle. But we open our first chest of the event and we get a piece of cherry, which means we need to go over to the left hand side now and open this chest as well. We open it up, find the key, and when you find a key on every level, you can move on to the next level, and you definitely should. Dad, I think I found some sweet thistle. Not quite, son. That's sour thistle. They appear almost identical, except for the odor, which you can release by... Oh, Professor, I think I just stepped on a patch of sweet thistle. Yes, you released the telltale sweet smell by crushing it. Now let's hurry deeper into the woods where more ingredients await. So we'll get 5 gems for finishing level 1, and then we'll move on to level 2. Now, the next ingredient we'll need is a bit trickier to acquire, but you'll see what I mean later. Can I just tell us now? I wouldn't be a very good doctor or professor or father if I couldn't turn this into a teachable moment, would I? I mean, I'd still like you. Ah, isn't that nice, Ned? Ah, isn't that father-son bonding? How cute. And now we'll take on this tree bark legendary. So, what new piece of story do we have? Or has the event just exploded? Is this it? Is this DML? Just exploding time? No, the server explode. But I can see I'm connected to the end. Why? Why are you doing this to me, DML? Well, this can also happen, I suppose. Okay, the game may have died, but it seems we're back in now. So, and here we have it. Our next ingredient is shaving from the bark of a tree bark dragon's scales. If we ask nicely, I'm sure this dragon will allow us a quick trim. Or not, looks like Olaf got here first. Again. That's right, and you won't take my hard-won ingredient. I had to bargain with this dragon for hours. Why do you keep exploding, DML servers? Either way, I hope that this server destruction stops, but another tree bark, he's destroyed. I'm not sure why you're so intent on stopping me, but I've already got my first 2 ingredients, so make like the tree bark dragon and leaf. Olaf, that was pretty funny. Was it? Was it? No, it wasn't. Stop stealing our ingredients. Now, Ned, as much as I hate to admit it, Olaf did get here first. We'll just have to carry on. So, let's continue on for now. Except, we can't actually continue on because we've run out of event currency. So, now we get to the point of the castle event where we need to earn more currency. So we need to start doing these quests. And they do work off of 6-hour miles or 6-hour timers. So if you're logging in every 6 hours, doing these every 6 hours, you'll get all the points. And this time the pieces reward dragon is cherry, so I don't really care about that. We've also got on level 5 the cottontail, which I already have, so I don't care about that dragon. The only dragon I personally care about this event is the level 6 one. So essentially I'm going to try and find the key as early as possible on every level, and then just open every chest on level 6. Because I just want the Stumpy 1p. So we'll get to collecting event currency in a second. We do of course also have a golden opportunity that actually has a dragon that I don't have in it, but I'm not going to win with less than 1 billion gold. So rest in peace me. We won't be getting digital this time, but you know, we've got the gold collection quest done. That's nice and simple. Creature collection. All that we have to do is click on the creatures that are spawning around, and the great thing is each creature is worth 50. Then we've got food collection, and generally speaking it's normally a good idea to keep to the 6-hour food in your farms, but you can also plant spring cherries and come back every hour and collect those to finish off the feeding quest. Then the main one that people always end up struggling with, if I just clear out this quickly, is the breeding quest, because, you know, what should you actually be breeding during these events to give us the points that we need? And assuming that breeding points aren't broken like before, we have an event guide in the Discord server, and we also can check the DML Wiki's event page for this as well. So if we scroll down on the event page, so you know, this is Easter Adventure, it's already been made. And if we scroll down on here, we've got the points for collecting food if you want to know, but we've also got this points for breeding dragons table. And so we need 200 points per reset. So the combo that we need to breed for this is the war dragon, which is obviously fire plus metal. So, you know, hoping and praying that the breeding points have been fixed since the previous event. So there's only the war dragon that can be bred. We breed, get a duplicate, and get those plus 200 points. So that gives us what we need. Then the only other 2 quests that we've got is winning battles and feeding dragons. And you know, feeding dragons, as it's always been, super simple. Hatch a brand new dragon, feed it up until you get all the points that you need. That quest easily done. And plus each feed is worth 20, so we get that done super quick. So final one is the battle winning, and do remember that for winning battles you can also do arena fights. So if you want to, or if you don't have a lot of portal gems and you don't have any portal energy left later on, then you can just get the points through doing arena fights as well. So a lot of easier ways of dealing with certain quests in the event, so you shouldn't have too many problems, especially early on while it's at 200 points. Normally during these events, the points do end up ticking up and you have to get more points per reset, but I'm still waiting to see that firsthand because, you know, the events are only just started and they have changed the other event points, so anything is really possible. But we've collected all of the event currency now, and we will head back to level 2, and you can see that now we've got a lot of different branching paths. So, during castle events, it's normally a lot better to find out what the cheapest routes are first, so that you can try and find the key for as cheap as possible, as early as possible. I'm not sure if the maps on the DML Wiki's event page are accurate or if they're just copied from the old event page yet. So I'm going to go and check through all of these compared to the actual map costs, and if they do end up being the same or similar, then we can work from there. But, you know, we'll have to go through, calculate all of them, calculate costs, and then we'll know truly what the cheapest routes are. We can see what the ones from the old event were, at least in the meantime, but the reason that we don't have definitive guides for this yet is because we do need to confirm if there's been any change or any differences from the previous iteration of these Easter events. So that is the sort of bulk of how these Easter events and castle events work. On top of that, do be mindful that we have bunnies on each level, and if you collect all of them, you can actually get yourself a badge. So there will be on level 1, say 1 bunny, level 2, 2 bunnies, level 3, 3 bunnies, and it counts up depending on the level that you're on. So if you do want the badge for the event, I highly suggest that either when you get to level 6 or as you progress, you click on all the bunnies, get yourself the badge, because why not? Free badge. That's pretty cool. I just used the wrong upgrade. Damn you, game. I don't think it matters, but if I don't bless in the sigil map, that would suck. But I think we're okay. So we'll go ahead and open this chest, and we didn't find the key. Not as lucky as we could have been there, but that's okay. And then we'll open one more chest for this reset, and again, no key. So it is luck based as to where you're gonna find it. Just because I happen to find a key, say in this chest or this chest, whichever one it's going to be, doesn't mean that's the same place you're going to find it, because it is random for all players. So please don't ask me where I found mine, and don't ask where your Aunt Bertha found hers, because it's not going to be the same for you. I'll say that, but people are still going to ask me. So, I know it's going to happen, but I'm just reiterating because I get asked the same thing every single event. It is random. The key location is random on every level for every player. But please don't ask. Anyway, we're going to leave level 2 for now because we're going to get a new refill in 46 minutes, and maybe we'll be able to move on to level 3 then with that event currency. But since it's a Friday, we do also have some other stuff happening. We've got Whale Mart, for example. So we've got some dungeon currency in exchange for food. Definitely going to take that. I don't really like the value packed deal because you could probably get the DM pass for cheaper, which gives basically the same thing and more stuff. We've got Dragon Fury, which I don't really use Dragon Fury Essence, but I'm going to buy it anyway. Then we've got a breeding token for the Rock Dragon if you want him. I don't need him, so I'm not going to buy it because I've already got one. And we've got one premium sigil chest. I'm going to buy one of these. Even though it's actually a better deal to buy the 5 of them at once, I'm just going to buy one of these instead of 3 of them. We've got one rare, and it's Turtle. Bad. That was bad. Could have been worse, but that was bad. So, that was a waste of 99 gems, but, oh well, lesson not learnt. I'll probably do the same thing next time. So, that's the castle event stuff. We have also had a different set of bundles come in, not for really anything too noteworthy, but we do also have a hidden egg shrine, which gives us egglets for the event as well if you want to buy it, which I don't think we've actually had before, but this is weird. I don't like it, and mainly the fact that it's showing leaf stones and not egglets, but there's also the shrine that you can buy, and on top of that, we do also have the schedule for next week with all the information in it. But do remember, we are going to have the Easter-themed dragon in the bottomless dungeon next week. We've got the new sigil campaign starting from the 29th, and they actually got the name of Hairspike. Well, they changed it. It's not that it was wrong, but they've changed it. So we are going to have that new dragon coming, which we'll go through in a second. We've got the new Dragon Master Pass coming, Otto's Lotto. But aside from that, it is just going to be the castle event week. So, as stated here, we've got Wind Up coming in the dungeon along with other stuff, and in the new sigil campaign, they've said, here are the events for next week. If you saw our post on social, you'll have seen the new sigil campaign. It was communicated as Hairspike, but it is actually called Leopard Print. Fun fact, the working name was Hairspike because of its hairstyle, but our writer decided to go with something else. If you'd like to see it, it can be seen here, and that just opens up the Hairspike post that we looked at before. So it's been changed to Leopard Print instead of Hairspike. I'm upset. I'm very upset. Because Hairspike, he had the entire anime boy look going for him, and now it's been changed, and now I'm mad. I'm very mad, but what can you do? What can you do? So, main things for this week are just getting through Easter Adventure, breeding Citrine at the end of it, because, you know, we've got 10 days of the castle event, but you also need to breed Citrine in that time, so realistically, the fewer resets you miss, the sooner you finish, the more attempts you'll have at Citrine, and the combo for him is Stump plus Melon, and there is a pretty high chance of breeding Citrine, because I think they said it was boosted, was it 10% or a bit higher than 10%? Either way, it's pretty high base odds for him, and when I do get to breeding him, I'll probably put the whole breeding table in. But I need this boy. I've been asking for a dinosaur dragon for ages, but a dinosaur Yoshi, I will take it. I don't care what his elements are. I don't care, I just want him. And if I don't breed Citrine, I'm quitting DML. So I need to get this castle event done. I need to get the dragon bred. So we'll see what happens. But that is the new goss in DML. All of the new stuff as it happens. So I hope that you have an easy time, because it does seem like they have improved the point collections for the event, which is a really good positive, especially for newer players. I hope we can continue in that direction, but keep going through the levels, keep praying to RN Jesus to find the key in every chest you open, and let's get some more new dragons, boy. So until next time, I appreciate being here, and take care.